guys, Lauren here, and today I thought I'd show you my DS game collection. Let's get right into it. Okay, so the first one I have is Lost in Blue, which is the most recent to my collection. It's about you playing as the guide character, and you've got to keep yourself and this lady here alive so that you can escape the island and you get to do hunting and make things, and it's just a really fun game. I've not completed it yet, but I'm really enjoying playing it at the moment, so yeah. The second one is Pokemon Black. Now, I have completed this one, but I've not found all the Pokemon. So, yes, I actually really enjoyed this game. This is my first ever owned Pokemon game, and I would highly recommend it. It is amazing. I just would. Okay. For the next one, I have Harvest Moon, Island of Happiness. I love this game. It's also the very first Harvest Moon game I've ever owned. It used to previously belong to my brother, and he gave it to me because I kept stealing it all the time. And I love the characters so much. Yeah, this is basically a farming game where you try to live your life as a farmer on an island and earn money to make bigger houses, make your life better for the island and all the workers and all that. And this is another, well, highly recommended game from me. The fourth one is Hamsters. I must have been like, 12 or 13 when I got this. Maybe. I used to have a pet hamster, and his name was Nibbles, but before that, I really wanted a hamster, and a way for me to cope with this was to get this game. And guess what? I called my hamster Nibbles because I decided that if I ever did get a hamster, I would call it Nibbles. And this is quite an enjoyable game. You basically have a hamster and you look after it and get it cages and play mini games with it, and it's quite enjoyable, especially for younger people. Next one. Because I really enjoyed that, I wanted to get the second one because I thought, hey, there's a second one out. Now, this one I didn't really like as much. It's still a good game, but I still prefer the other one. Okay, the next one is the very first game I got for the DS Lite. It was given as a birthday present for my 12th birthday. I've only ever played this about 2 or 3 times, and I found it a bit confusing, so I'm not really sure about this, but I might just pick it up and play it another day, so yeah. Next we have Princess Peach. As you can see, the price tag is still on for Asda. Yeah, I paid the full price. This is the first, or no, actually it's the second Mario game I have ever owned. The first one was a Game Boy game, but I have no idea where that is. Yeah, our neighbour had like a Mario DS game or something, and I used to like playing it, and I saw this one day in Asda, and I got it with my birthday money. I love this game so much. It is so enjoyable. All the levels are amazing. The graphics are good. I would highly recommend this one, especially if you're a girl and are into Mario. Okay, the next one was a Christmas present I got at some point. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Quite a well-known game show. Yeah, it's basic enough. You're just answering questions. You can challenge each other to see how much you get, and yeah, quite enjoyable at times. The next one is Pippa-Funnell. Oh, I must have been young when I got this. Yeah, I'm quite into horses and stuff, and so this was probably the perfect game for me. I had the Game Boy game, and I still do somewhere. This one is like off the PC game, I think. I have somewhere, but it doesn't work on my PC, annoyingly. It's not as good as the Game Boy game. I did enjoy that more, but it's okay in its own right. Next we have more Brain Training. I have never owned the first one, but this one is quite enjoyable. I love playing the piano and the money one. They're my favourite minigames on it. And my mum was obsessed with the Sudoku on it. In fact, she went on everyone's little mini characters and completed all of them. And now if we want to play Sudoku, we're going to have to restart again. So I would quite recommend this because it is fun, it has a lot of challenges, and is a well thought of game, I thought. Next we have Zoo Tycoon. So basically, if you don't know what Tycoon is, which is nearly impossible, you're running your own zoo to make money and hiring people and looking after animals, etc, etc. I really quite enjoyed this game and I would recommend it if you're into that sort of game. Next we have My Sims. I got this at a time I was really obsessed with like The Sims 2, Sims 1. This is actually, even though it's like for younger kids, I actually quite enjoyed it, but it takes ages to get the points you need just to be able to level up, and there is only 5 levels. And that was one thing that really bugged me about it, but in circumstances it's still an alright game to play. Next we have yet another pony game. You can tell I'm really obsessed with horses now. Yes, this Pony Friends, it was okay to begin with. I mean, there was lots of challenges and stuff to do that, but once you've done all of that, it kind of gets really boring, and yeah, it's an okay game to start with, but as time goes on, you're finding you're bored. But yeah, it's alright. More for younger players than for people who really like to get into the game. So that's a light play one. Next, we have the first game I ever owned and still love to this day, and that's Nintendogs Original. It's not the Plus Cats because I don't own a 3DS. They're quite expensive. But I love the original just as it is. I've got my favourite dogs in there and everything. Yes, I remember when we were in primary school, we'd have like a whole gang of us just with Nintendogs and doing walks and exchanging presents and all that. Good memories. I still like to play it sometimes, and this is, if you have never played Nintendogs, I don't know where you have been. You've been living under a rock or something. Okay, go out and play it, whether it's the original or if you own a 3DS, get that one instead. Though, the 3DS one, you can't actually bathe your dog properly. Like, it's just a shadow, so that's kind of iffy, but I haven't played that one. I still prefer the original anime though. So, really a good recommended game. Next, I have Over the Hedge. Everybody remembers that movie coming out. Crazy, Harry the Squirrel, and yeah. Basically, this is about the continuation of that, like, kind of like after the movie. So basically, the lady comes back all crazy and wants to get rid of the forest, and their mission is to try and get endangered species there, so they can't get rid of the forest. I kind of gave up on this halfway through. I found it quite hard and all of that, but I might give it another try. Still not one of my preferred games, but if you're into challenges and all that, you might prefer this. Next I have Jane Patterson's Women Murder Club Games of Passion. I managed to complete this one in one day. I originally got it for my mum, she put it in the cupboard and never looked at it, ever. And yet, lo and behold, 8 months later, I discovered it, and completed it in one day. It's quite actually a good storyline. In fact, I think it was the fact it was so interesting, I managed to actually complete it in one day. Some of the challenges are quite challenging, but not so challenging that it's going to leave you wanting to stop the game. You used to get hints and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so this is one I would actually recommend if you're looking for like a reasonably enjoyable but not too hard game. Next is I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. The only reason I have this game is because I used to be obsessed with the show at one point, but it's quite a repetitive game. You're going day to day trying to do challenges and get people to like you. Not exactly the ideal type of game in my opinion, and it's probably why it was on sale at Asda. So that was my DS collection. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe if you want to, you can leave me a response of your DS collection, because that'd be fantastic to see. I'm always on the lookout for new games to maybe try out on the DS, so leave your suggestions below if you have any good ideas. I'll see you when I see you. Bye.